Welcome to Mark Media. Yay, we're back. The assholes you know and love are back. Um, I'm Zach. My co-host is Greg. So
Yo,
it's been a while, boys and girls.
as it always is.
Uncle Greggy's been busy shoving
Busy.
boots and asses.
I've been busy.
Shoving.
I've been sad. I've been just every excuse you could think of as to why we can't have a consistent schedule. But you know,
For a while there, we were going until you started getting more gigs.
yeah. Of course, that's how it
Actually,
goes.
that was probably like 2 years ago at this point, but whatever. Fuck it. Who cares?
Close enough.
Um,
Who's keeping score?
so, right? Nobody. Nobody. No one likes our shit. Oh, so off mic. Today we're talking about Spider-Man, but we're going to touch on our last Mark Media thing that was Resident Evil. So the Resident Evil movie that I saw, that we were talking about shitty Resident Evil movies, just catching up on life and shit, was Resident Evil Retribution.
Oof.
Yup,
Oof.
yup, yup. It was hot trash.
That's the one I haven't seen. I think I've seen everyone except that one. And Leon's in that, right? You said.
Yep, Leon's in it, and yeah, Wesker, and just a bunch of dumb shit. Jill's in it too, and I think she's got her fucking Resident Evil 5
Yeah, just it's the Resident
thing
Evil
with
5
a
Jill.
jewel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boy,
jewel on her fucking chest.
boy, it looks like shit on the movie. Cause I mean, it's weird because like sometimes video games don't translate well to screen aesthetically.
Right.
And I think that one like you see this giant red thing on her titties. Like yeah, it don't stands out. While in the game, I didn't even notice it till the boss fight when I first played the game, and then they pointed out, oh yeah, you gotta rip it out of her chest. Like
Doesn't
oh
it? Doesn't it blend in
yeah,
to her like it part of the costume?
pretty
Put
much
it that
yeah.
way.
Yeah, but of
Yeah.
course in the movie it's like it's a freaking fire hydrant red. Like, hey,
Jeez.
you have to be colorblind to miss that.
Right. Look at the big red fucking thing.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I wonder what that is.
Oh.
Yeah, those movies are
Oh my.
terrible. But we were
Yeah.
laughing though because like, I was saying how like we were saying how 1 and 2 is all right. He hasn't seen 2 though. Maybe there's a future
No.
episode there.
Oh Jesus.
You get Drew
Oh
on that action.
Yeebers.
Jeepers creepers, where'd you get those peepers?
Right. So today we will be talking about Insomniac Spider-Man. I don't remember if we talked about this before or not. Because what game we did Resident Evil 4 and something else. Been so long, I have no fucking
Yeah,
idea what I'm doing with my life.
I think Resident Evil 4
Um,
was the only video game we did, right?
I think I don't fucking know,
I
dude.
can double check, but yeah, Spider-Man 2 came out. I remember you said, "Hey, let's
Yup.
do that." But like as you told me that, I was like, I just started, and it took me a few weeks to finish because I've been just again busy. But
Right.
I actually 100%ed it the other day.
Yeah, I 100%ed it in like the first week it was out because I'm a fucking maniac.
Hell yeah!
Well, technically, I went on a spree of whatchamacallit, a spree of completing games. So I got the PS5. So yeah, Resident Evil 4 is the last one we did because before that we did Daredevil, Batman Returns, Iron Man,
Spec-
Homecoming,
Spectacular
and
Spider-Man.
that's animation though. That's not Mark
Oh,
Media.
excuse
Oh, yeah.
me.
But
Yeah.
we did Resident Evil 4, so that was the last one we did. So we'll talk about both Spooderman, well, all three Spooderman games in mild detail.
Oh yeah.
Um, so I forgot what the fuck I was saying. I don't even know. But anyway, we're gonna talk Spider-Man
Power of
because
editing.
we're nerds, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. You said you beat it. It took you a while to beat it, and you just 100%ed it. I was like, yeah, I did that in 3 weeks, and then I went on this streak of completing games, like, all the way through. So, first it was Spider-Man, and then Dead Space Remake, and then Mafia, and then Mafia 2, and then Cyberpunk, And what else?
Just getting all the gaming in by the sounds of it.
Yeah, and then I got the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection or whatever the fuck it is. It's got Metal Gear, Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid 2, and 3. So, yeah.
That's the PS5 release, isn't it?
Yeah, 4, 5,
4 or
whatever it
5,
is.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
nice. I just been playing
Yep.
the Silent Hill franchise, and
Oh, and RoboCop. I didn't
that's
beat
it.
RoboCop, but I got RoboCop.
I heard that game was good.
It's fun.
It's
I'm just being a jackass and doing a challenge mode that no one told me to, but I'm going to anyway.
just going
And I
for it.
got frustrated. Yep. I'm like,
Just
oh, pistol only. Because RoboCop doesn't use anything else in the movies. Well, except for 3, but we don't talk about 3. So anyway.
Something I love about the Spider-Man games is there's a void that needs filling for me, because after the Arkham games finished up, I think that was like the first superhero game that was like the closest to those kind of games that really resonated with me. Because before that, I mean, you play any superhero games before that, it's very spotty, hit or miss of quality wise. Well, there's some gems, of course. Like I know Zach's been recommending me a bunch of like older Spider-Man games too. I remember I was watching a video essay on one of them. You're like, "Hey, have you ever played this one?" I'm like, "I just watched a video about it. Actually, funny you mentioned that."
Yeah.
I think was it Ultimate Spider-Man?
Yep.
Yeah, that's one I definitely gotta give a try.
Honestly, that one, besides Spider-Man 2,
Yeah,
is honestly the only one that I would recommend.
that one.
But that's just me.
Oh, PS1
Well,
Spider-Man.
Maximum Carnage. Yeah, PS1 Spider-Man's pretty good too.
Yeah.
But I just mean as far as like open world, free roam shit. You know what I mean?
I see. Because I thought about I saw that like there was like a PS1 versus Dreamcast comparison of the OG Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I guess the Dreamcast version looks prettier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that it does.
I'll have to-
PC version too, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so definitely. What's funny though is it doesn't play like Arkham. But boy,
No.
when I first played the first one, the PS4 one, I kept trying to play it like Arkham, and I kept getting my ass kicked because dodge is not triangle, dodge is circle in Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, that and also so dodge in Batman is instantaneous. So you hit the triangle,
Yeah.
hit triangle, and then he automatically does whatever dodge he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, you actually have to move like
Yeah.
the joystick with the counter button. Because I remember first playing the first Spider-Man game, I too was getting my ass kicked. I was like, oh, it's Arkham Combat. It'll be fine. I just press circle, the right button, right? But he wouldn't dodge. And I was like, what the fuck? And yep. Getting your ass kicked because you're not moving the whatchamacallit.
Oh yeah, getting smashed into my Kingpin wasn't too fun at first. So
Yeah.
but yeah, that pretty much the. I remember too. When did I play it? I played it on stream also, like, but I remember, being mesmerized by it because it was fun. The story was great. I think it might be one of my favorite iterations of Doctor Octopus is that game, because like,
Yeah.
they really build it. They build that heartbreak and that betrayal between Peter and him. So like when it finally happened, and then when like after you defeat him, like and just he starts screaming Peter when Peter walks away from him, it's like
Ugh.
heart.
God damn.
Oh yeah, we should probably mention
God
spoilers ahead, but
Yeah. Massive spoilers.
massive.
Like the whole kit and caboodle for most of the shit.
All right,
So hang on to your britches
hang on your britches and play it first.
or leave. Play it first or leave. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
I don't know why people go out of the way to look up reviews for games if they don't want spoilers, to be honest. Other than, I want to know how it is. But, like, I don't know. I'd be terrified of spoilers or risking hearing a spoiler.
I don't know. I'm one of those people that's like, oh no, spoilers. Like, so
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard Wolverine got leaked. Not the whole game, but
I think
alpha footage.
I think I remember. I think I saw a headline, but I didn't look too much further.
Yeah.
What did
So
it show?
some gameplay stuff, some story stuff, some other things.
Yeah.
So
Does it look
nothing
good?
too. Yeah, it looks good. I mean, it's an Insomniac.
Yeah.
It kind of it's got a Spider-Man feel to it, but it's still Wolverine. And then there's all these marks freaking out on Twitter, and I'm like, dude, it's not even out yet. It's not coming out until 2025. Things that are in the game now may not be in the game later. Like,
Right. That's every video game. I was watching a video about people breaking down the Silent Hill 2 remake
yeah,
trailer, and it's like people were already criticizing it. It's like, bro, come on, like it hasn't come out yet. And like all we've seen is like cutscenes. I think we've seen a little bit of gameplay, like it's over the shoulder kind of deal, which
but
you know
that could be cutscene too, technically, like
right.
actual, like not cutscene, but you know what I mean.
But
Like it's not actual gameplay footage of whatever.
And people are already breaking down how it looks like they're presenting James's character, but it's like again, it's like I don't know. That's a rant for another time. But no, the Spider-Man though, it's so fun. Like the web slinging took me a minute to get a hang of because I'm slow at everything. But when I got the hang of it, like it was genuinely like, and there's always something to do with those little random encounters, with the random crimes, the side quests. Like there's always something to do while you're web slinging. Like you're not just gonna be swinging endlessly, waiting for something to happen. Like something happens and like literally like get a little notification in the corner saying a crime's happening. It's like, oh shit, let's go save that. You know,
Right.
I love that about the game too. Like you can literally be flying around New York and something's happening. You know.
Yeah, right. So, I remember when this game was first announced, I was like, "Oh, that's cool," but I don't know about that white spider. So I was like, "That's real weird." Like Spider-Man with white, like a big white spider. It would be better if it was black.
Oh yeah.
So I was like critical of that. So the first time that I played this, I played with the whatchamacallit, Homecoming, the Stark suit. Yeah, the Stark suit. So as soon as I got that, I was played it through with that, and then subsequent playthroughs, because I think I played it like 4 or 5 times all the way through because I'm a psychopath.
Yeah.
And I ended up loving that suit. I don't know, it just works for me, apparently. I beat it again with the white suit, and then I 100%ed that game before they added the extra stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think I did. I remember struggling with the DLC, because fuck all that shit.
Oh. Yeah. So wait, so you played through the whole game with just one suit?
Mm-hmm.
I see. Every time I played, I switched suits. Like literally, I think I tried almost every suit, in all 3 games. Like I just kept switching it. I remember, and in Spider-Man 2, I kept switching Spider-Man suit when he had the Venom stuff, and then it would automatically switch him back to the in-game suit. Because it obviously like cutscenes and it has to be that suit, so it's funny.
Right.
What I don't think is I don't understand why it couldn't be any kind of Venom kind of suit that it would have worked for. But no, it just had to be the in-game one. But it's probably like something development wise, it would just be too much of a hassle. But
well, no, I think they're gonna change it though. They're changing it so it's not.
So it doesn't
I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know if you're talking about the veiny one.
Yeah, where it's like,
and if you played the game, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
the veiny one, you have to be in that suit because Peter's all. Ooh,
yeah, he's all
fucking.
He's Bully Maguire mode,
Yeah, so
it makes
I don't
sense.
know if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, it
or
is.
What, because
it is.
Like the classic black suit, I really like.
The Secret Wars. I love the Secret Wars suit. Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah. because they have like every version that you could possibly want.
Yeah, and that's why
So you got
it surprises me. You said you only played one suit. I'm like, there's so many suits to try. Like I wouldn't be able to settle on one through the entire game.
I did. So I was like, I played through the normal thing with the advanced suit or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. But then they gave me the option to change it black, so all the blue parts are black, and I'm like, yep,
Yeah.
that's it. I win.
I win. That's all I need. I'm a simple man.
That's all I needed. Right.
It's a simple life.
Then, right. It's not hard work. It's simple.
Yeah.
But so that, and then I kept the symbiote suit on for a while, and then Miles, I basically had his previous, basically just the classic Miles suit on.
Black, red.
Yeah, except it wasn't the one with the stripe down the side because that design's not great. And also, we'll get to end costumes here in a minute. But anyway,
I love you said the red stripe. The red stripe just reminded me of one of the scenes of the Across the Spider-Verse. Are you bleeding from the armpits? When they were making fun of his design.
Never seen that one. I saw the first. I own the first one. I just haven't gotten around to watching the second one.
It was intense. Like it is a total mood shift, and like it starts off like the first movie, but then it just it goes from 0 to 100, and it's like holy shit. Like I remember when I first watched it, I was like, I wasn't sure how I felt about it, but then when I watched it again with Drew, I was like, oh, this is really good actually. But it was so jarring. I think because I watched them back to back because I hadn't seen the first one since it came out in theaters. So I bought both of them on Amazon and watched them. And you are going to love some of the designs of the characters, like because like they're so cool. Like there's one in particular in the beginning that's it's different. And I love that they're able to do that. I imagine it's expensive though, but still awesome. And when's the third one coming out? It got pushed back, didn't it, because of all the strikes?
Got delayed.
Yeah, probably got delayed.
Or it got put. I think it's on indefinite hold for the time being. I guess.
Oh man,
I don't know if that changed or not, but
and they left off on a cliffhanger in that movie. That sucks. That blows. But yeah, that's
it's like Telltale Batman. You complete the first season, you're like, oh yeah, more, and then season 2 happens, and then they leave on a cliffhanger, and then Telltale goes out of business, and you're like, but why?
Wolf Among Us.
Why?
Wolf Among Us as well. It's like fuck. It's like
yeah. So I'm like, oh man, what's the other? Oh, there was a Morbius ends on a cliffhanger. Not that I watched Morbius, but I know it ends on a cliffhanger because they thought they were actually going to get a sequel. Like, are you stupid? That movie sucks.
Yeah.
On toast.
We're gonna get Madam Web though. Are you excited?
No.
Would you rather watch Venom or Madam Web?
Probably Venom, but even still, I don't fuck with Sony Spider-Man stuff. Really.
I wouldn't either. It's supposed to be a Dr. Octopus one. Speaking of Doc Ock from earlier, it's supposed to be to do with Seinfeld, isn't it?
I think I have no idea.
Who knows?
Like
we thought the DC universe was in disarray. Think of the Sony Spider-Man universe. Like, oh my god.
We're getting Kraven too.
Oh yeah, isn't it Jake Gyllenhaal as Kraven, or is it somebody else?
No, it's Quicksilver.
Oh, I knew it was somebody.
He was in Godzilla 2 in the 2014 whatever 2013 whatever movie that was.
Yeah.
It was dog shit because it was like, I want to watch my monsters fight, not these two hokey dipshits be like, oh my god, the monsters are tearing the world apart. Like, I don't give a fuck. I want to see giant lizard dinosaur fight these two weird things that came from space.
Yes.
That is what I want.
Again, simple. Like, Why do we gotta make Mozart out of something so simple and effective?
Just like I don't fucking get it,
You
dude.
just cut to the Skyrim guy going, it just works, you know?
Oh God, no.
It just works.
Followed by a montage of glitches and stupid shit going on.
Yes.
Good Lord.
Oh baby. Well, yeah, so I think at this point we're just bouncing around the Spider-Man games for sure. But that was gonna be my next question. Circling back was what suit did you have Miles rock constantly?
Just his normal
Yeah.
thing. So I don't know. Like I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Like I don't hate his new design, but also I don't really like it. Like I don't like that end suit at all. That end suit is straight up trash.
That's...
With his hair hanging out.
Oh yes.
And it's straight up garbage.
But the suit I loved the most of Miles, I loved the jazz suit. Like I loved that suit so much. I don't know why. I just thought it was cool.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You didn't like it? You don't like the jazz suit?
No.
No.
I don't know.
You don't want Spider-Man wearing the nice guy fedora?
God, no.
Going up to people saying "Mathady," you know, like. Oh my God.
Spoiler warning. Let's do Peter Parker suits.
Yes.
Not that anyone cares.
I think every Spider-Man suit you can imagine is probably in these games.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. That's why I'm shocked. How could you land on just one suit? Like,
dude, fucking red, white, and black. That's it. That's all I needed.
That's all you needed, man. And then here I am, just greedy as shit. Like, I need all of it. I want to wear all the suits. Oh, my God. Oh, but you know what suit sucked? And this one hurt me. It's when you finish the foundation side quest in the second game.
Yeah.
And you get that message from Harry, and legit, I remember feeling an emotion, and I'm like, and then he gives you the suit, and it looks like shit.
like the life story suits are cool, but it's like there are other suits you guys could have picked. Why the fuck did you pick the space suits? Like the space suits are at the end of the book.
Yeah. Also, there's an Ant-Man looking suit that you already have that looks kind of better than that one. You know, and I still don't even like that Ant-Man looking one. But yeah, I was I just felt it's like that just took the air out of the balloon there. I'm like, oh man, I'm thinking it's gonna be like such an epic suit. And then, no, it's not. Like,
there's some real trash suits in here, like the me whatever. I don't know. It's like gotten a Japanese influence. Trash.
Yeah.
I'm tired of MCU Spider-Man, so those can all go away. 2099 original's pretty good.
Yeah.
Ben Reilly's pretty good. Superior Spider-Man's pretty good. Anti-Ock suit. I don't know about these colors, but whatever.
Oh yeah, that's something too they added in the second game is the colors. You could change the color palette.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
They should do that for the first ones.
Yeah. Just go back and add a patch to the first game. That's some Borderlands stuff.
Right. I don't like the Arachnite
and Arkham Knight, actually. Did you see that in Arkham Knight? They dropped the Batman suit in that game?
Yeah, and Arkham Knight's still not worth playing in that suit. Sorry.
That didn't make you at least consider it? You're like,
Well, so I was hyped. I was like, all right, cool, I'm going to play Arkham Knight. And then I started playing Arkham Knight and like, yep, nope.
Still don't like this game, huh?
Nope. But I did. So, the Earth 2 Batman suit from Earth 2, where he's got the red bat, and then it's like a V.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
It's not the Thomas Wayne one, but that one. I think that one looks really cool in Arkham Knight. I started playing. I was beating up people, just gliding around the city, beating up people. So, I don't know. But that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that suit quite a bit.
Pretty rad.
Spider-Punk's fine, I guess. I don't know. The Civil War fucking whatchamacallit suit, trash.
Trash.
Comic comic Iron Spider's pretty dope. Rainy suit, black suit's fine. Rainy suit's improved.
Oh, Raimi.
Hell,
I think I said rainy.
yeah, yeah,
Like
no.
rain. That's what I thought you
Yeah,
said.
yeah, yeah. Homecoming Stark suit is fine. Four suit I appreciate.
What's the story behind that suit?
So the Fantastic Four get captured by Mole Man or some dumb shit.
Okay.
So then the Hulk, Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Ghost Rider become the Fantastic Four to find them.
Because I know in the first game he wears a paper bag on his head. So
It's 90s.
I was wondering why. You know, was there
Why?
like a story reason but that's
Yeah.
interesting. I like that.
Well, the amazing Bagman suit comes from, so Peter gets off the off Battle World, which is Secret Wars. So then they find out that it's a symbiote, like it's a living, breathing fucking
Organism.
whatever. Right. So he's like, "Oh, get the shit off me."
Yeah.
So then Johnny Storm, being the prankster that he is, hands Peter an old Fantastic Four suit and a bag, and then there's a kick. He puts a "kick me" sign on the back, so Spider-Man has to run home in Fantastic Four gear because it's funny. I don't know.
Okay.
Like,
So that's the story. Because I remember seeing it going, what is this?
why?
So
Why
I
do
met-
you like this?
So imagine a hardcore Spider-Man fan did the Leonardo DiCaprio point and went, oh, holy shit.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
so that's pretty neat.
The only one for the classic black suit that I don't really care for is the white and black one. Like, it's inverse, so it's all white and then black.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. I like the three. The one on the far right is the animated series because it's got that blue tint and then red tint and then blue tint, which is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, more MCU stuff. Final Swing suit's pretty cool too. I thought I was going to use that, but then I found that black suit and I was like, "Yep, nope, doing this."
What'd you think of the Craven suits?
I don't like them.
Nah.
They're dumb.
Yeah.
They're dumb. They're not interesting. Anti-Venom suit's not bad. I don't hate it. Like, everyone hates it. I really dig the eyes on that one.
I do too. It looks pretty rad. I was curious how they were gonna when you unlock the skill tree with the Venom powers. I was curious, like, how is he gonna get that back? And then when they did the anti-Venom part, I was like, oh, okay, well, that's clever, I guess.
Which I don't like. I don't know. It's not. There's a lot of suits in the second one that I don't like. There's quite a few suits that I don't like in the first one too, but I don't know. Those were all comic based. Some of these are just like designs from clothes designers or some dumb shit, and I'm like, dude, this is trash, 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 trash. Like, I don't like the Miles suits that are like, oh, it's Wolverine. How about no?
Oh yeah, there's a
Not-
Wolverine suit for Miles. Yeah, there's the there was that one. There's like an Ant-Man one. There's a Mysterio one.
Yeah, the Mysterio one's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Like, I'll admit that, but I don't know. It's not one that I'm gonna pick ever.
So, speaking of Miles, do you want to touch on the Miles Morales game?
It's fine.
Yeah. It's funny.
It
So
was-
the
It's
comparison.
very much a DLC.
Yeah.
Like, it was an expansion that should have just been, oh, I didn't use the classic Miles suit. I used the track suit. Because I used the track suit in Miles Morales, the first one, too,
Yeah.
after I unlocked it. But this one was cool because it went from white with red and black to all black with red. I was like, yes, that's it. Boom, right there. That's perfect suit. So for my first playthrough, he was in that. And by the way, I played on hard, and the amount of infuriating bullshit on hard pissed me off so much. Like, I don't know what they did, but something happened in the combat that it's not as responsive, and the stupid parry bullshit. Like,
Oh,
I don't mind.
Video games these days, they gotta have a parry system. I don't know why.
I don't mind parrying, but also at the same time, it's like, dude, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't.
So can I just dodge and smack the dude?
Right in the face.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
But
All I
like
need.
for me though, like it's because like my timing is always so off that when I actually do it successfully, I'm like, oh, I get like a rush of euphoria. Like, I did it, especially like
Well,
especially like God of War Ragnarok, because like that that those fucking enemies are some of the most bullshit things. But yeah. But the Spider-Man one, what'd you? Oh, speaking of Miles, this what did you try out the Spider-Verse suits where like they actually have like the
yeah,
animated? I remember
yep,
when I
yeah.
first tried it, I didn't like it. In fact, I think I got dizzy looking at it because like it was just so weird. And then like I tried it again, and I actually dug it. So like there's a little bit when I was playing too. I had Miles in the across the Spider-Verse suit, and I had Peter in the Spider-Noir suit.
Hmm.
The so it's just weird. It's like, it's well, I guess it fits because it's that kind of it's from those movies with all the different kind of animation styles. But it was funny seeing it in a video
Right.
game. But
Well, it
yeah,
was.
go ahead.
Speaking of that, so my roommate's kid was playing these games, and one day I walked in there, I was like, "Why is your PS4 being all weird?" And I didn't realize because he was playing Spider-Man. Like I didn't realize it was he had the 12 frames a second
Yeah,
fucking thing on, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
yeah. It's like what the does like he thought his PlayStation was tweaking.
His PlayStation 4, or it was 4 at the time.
Yeah.
Fucking, I was like, "What the fuck is going on with your PlayStation? It looks like shit." No, it's like he's using the 12 frames. So I was like, "Oh, that
Oh.
makes sense. I'm dumb."
But yeah, the Miles game, again, like you make the Arkham correlations between the Spider-Man and the Arkham games. Like the Miles game, you can compare that to Arkham Origins, where it's an origin story. It's in Christmas time. Troy Baker is the villain. Uh, it's
Oh,
debated either you liked it or you didn't. Apparently, and it feels like it was a filler between games, and
yeah,
it's just weird. Like it's crazy the amount of correlations you can make between Miles Morales and Arkham Origins. It's funny.
right. Well, so you're you're not gonna like this, but this is just me.
Okay.
Miles had far more pandering than 1 and 2 to certain political agendas, and like that's fine. Whatever. Like it bugs me when it's forced down my throat, which sometimes in 1 and 2 it's not, but it's there.
Mm.
Like it's gonna happen. But like
Especially in New
Miles, I
York.
don't know.
If you want to be
Right.
if you want to be city accurate, there's going to be the gay part of New York. There's going to be the
Right.
BLM part of New York. You know.
Right. So it was just like one of those things. Like I don't know. It just it didn't bug me to where it threw me off, but there was a lot more of it in the Miles game than the
I
other two.
I think it in a way I think it's not too surprising because obviously
No.
Miles being a black character, there's going to
Right.
include that. And
Right.
you can take it or leave it. Uh,
Right.
Bright side though is I think one of those missions gave you a pretty cool suit for Miles. I think it was that yellow and black one. I
I
like
don't
that.
like it.
You,
Like
you didn't like it? No,
it's fine.
I liked
It's
it.
fine,
That was
but it's
cool.
just like, oh, it's a color swap. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
So
Well, again,
I don't
you
know.
couldn't color swap in those games yet, so it was cool for me. I guess if you compare it to the Spider-Man 2 suits, yeah, now it probably looks like shit now, but I liked how the Christmas aesthetic though in
The
that
winter
game.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was cool.
I love that. The
Yep.
snow, the Christmas lights across the streets.
Right. That
It
was cool.
yeah. So there was, and then introducing the app, which they reintroduced, and I think they did a lot better in the second game. Because like it
Yeah.
seemed like in the Miles game, you would have it constantly went off, and then once you got through a certain part of the game, it just stopped altogether. And
They had Twitter interactions, that's what it was. Like people would react to how you were doing as Spider-Man since Peter went on fucking
Sokovia,
call it.
I think.
Yeah, he went to Sokovia with Mary Jane. I forgot.
Write a
I don't know.
book. Yeah.
I've only played it once. The other two I've played multiple times.
What'd you think of the
But
Prowler in that game?
fine.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I like the suit.
Yeah, I do
I
too.
even like the Prowler suit in that you unlock in 2.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Even though purple and green isn't necessarily my thing, but it's pretty good. Tinkerer, who is an old man in the comics, I didn't really. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I remember when that reveal happened. I was like, oh, okay.
Fine, I
Fine.
guess.
Yeah, as I said, that's my reaction. Like, okay, cool. And then as the
What
dynamic
happened?
go, oh, it's Miles's friend. Oh shit. Oh,
Oh
what's gonna happen?
no!
And then the
Right.
cliche, she sacrifices herself. That sort of deal. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, I like the game, but like, I think story wise, towards the end of that, it's like, yeah.
Well, it also introduced them being characters.
Yeah.
Being characters in and of themselves when they're swinging. So Miles has all the swinging things. Like it automatically does it, whereas the first one it was very not ho hum, but there's not as much character. So like in Miles Morales and 2, they'll swing upside down or do
Yeah.
some weird crazy leg poses or some dumb shit.
I liked
Um,
how in Miles Morales when he flew when he web sling some of the animations you could tell he's so new at it that he almost eats shit. But like he would catch himself last second, and then in the second game you can see he's getting better at it. Like I love that part of the game too. But
so
I'm trying to think of anything else about the Miles game. But
the stealth suit thing. I don't know. You can go invisible, which is part of Miles's thing.
yeah, you can turn invisible. Also, why do they call the electric shit Venom? It's so confusing. Like it throws me off.
Venom,
Yeah.
the Venom blast.
Yeah.
Well, in the whatchamacallit, in the normal Marvel thing before they went to Ultimate. So Jessica Drew, who is Spider-Woman, who is not any way related to Spider-Man. Jessica Drew has a spider sting also, which is basically what Miles has. And Bendis, being Bendis, likes Spider-Woman, so he's going to use... He gave him that, I guess. I don't know.
Makes sense.
And I know Miles, at his inception, is based on Black Spider-Man, also based off Obama and all that jazz.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Full stop. Full stop.
I didn't. So what? Wait a minute. So wait, he's based off Obama?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's half. Well, he looks like Obama when they first designed him. Granted, he's changed since then.
I was
but,
gonna say because he do not look like Obama in this video game.
No,
not at all. That's interesting.
So,
like personality wise, too.
No, just face.
Oh, just aesthetic.
Like the face, aesthetically, he was based off Obama because they had just killed Ultimate Peter Parker, and then which you gotta read that. Right. So Miles, before Peter Parker dies, Miles gets bit by the spider, and in this game he's like 16 when it happens. In the comic books, it's 13. He's like a young ass kid.
Yeah, he's a kid.
So 13, whatever. And then Peter dies, and then Peter becomes Miles's Uncle Ben, basically. Like, Miles could have helped Peter, but didn't. And then Jessica Drew Spider-Woman, who is a female clone of Peter Parker in the Ultimate Universe and has organic webbing that shoots out of her fingertips, which is gross and weird. And
it's got the Toby powers.
Yeah, but like it's not like Toby where he does the Spider-Man hand pose. No, it literally like comes out of her fingertips like it's fucking whatchamacallit. And then brain's not working. Load. But anyway, Jessica Drew trains Miles and this, that, and the other thing. But anyway. and he kills his uncle Aaron and all this other jazz. So
What did you think of
yeah,
the side quests in these games?
they're all right. Like I
Yeah,
don't know, some of them I'm like, oh yeah, like the first one I forgot all about the tombstone one,
yeah, which is so
even though
good.
it starts with an MJ mission, which I
Oh wait,
hate,
yeah, that's
and
right.
yeah, but it's not. They suffice, I suppose.
It's like I feel like a lot of these side quests are filler, but then you get
hmm
that one or two that are like, ooh, I like that. Like the
That's
Tombstone
fun.
one. I like the Tombstone one. I like the Taskmaster one. Um,
Taskmaster one I wasn't too fun. I like the boss fight. I don't like the bombs and the gave me so much hassle because so you know how when you what is it? Oh, when you're swinging
yeah.
and if you get too frustrated you'll push the fucking analog stick in
Mm-hmm.
and then Spider-Man will dive. Well, I was trying to get
Oh,
golds on all of them to platinum the stupid game and he'd dive all the time because I was getting frustrated with it. And yeah,
yeah.
it made me mad, so I don't like the Deathstroke stuff. Not that I can't do them, I'm just like this fucking ass.
What was the
Don't dive, damn it.
say what were some of the side quests in Miles other than the
Yep.
was there anything else? Was there like a villain side quest?
I don't think so.
No, they're just like like the filler. Oh, hey, help me, sort of deal.
Right, the pigeons.
Yeah.
Pigeons were a constant, and then that gets wrapped up uh in which
Two?
whatchamacallit.
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
I remember that. I was like, when you let go of the pigeons and shit, and then like he calls up, "Hey, I let go of the pigeons." He doesn't get a response. I'm like, no way. And then we pull up, and then he fucking died. I'm like, why? I almost got emotional over that. I'm like, what the fuck? It's just so sad. Like they killed the pigeon man, but I like the side quests in two, like the Mysterio one. I love that one. The Carnage one, or what the Flame. What'd you think of that one with Yuri?
Fine. I don't
Yeah,
know. Like Yuri was a weird thing because she took that turn in the DLC
yeah.
for the first game, and it's just like, oh, I gotta murder him. Like,
She just jumps to the conclusion, or she's like, I
we gotta murder them all. What
kill them all. I mean,
crazy lady say what?
I think,
Because Hammerhead.
yeah, and
I don't
I
know.
think, I don't. I feel like they like half-ass committed to it too, because by the end she ends up like, nah, all right, I won't kill him, and just lets him go,
No.
of course,
Right.
to save Spider-Man. But
Yeah.
I like that, like you could do those random encounters in the streets, and then Yuri would just show up to help out, or
Yeah,
when
that was cool.
yeah, or when
Oh,
Harry had the Venom suit, he'd help out, or whatever Spider-Man you weren't playing as helped out. Like, oh, that's neat.
yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep. Those were cool.
the DLC, again, we're jumping all over the place.
It's fine.
I don't like it. I really
I
don't.
don't like it.
I don't. As the more time has passed, the more I think about it. I really don't like that DLC. I don't. It's just, uh,
Dude.
it's
Oh. So I like the first part. I
okay.
like Black Cat.
Yes,
Whatever.
very
The
good.
first episode is Black Cat. I don't like the kid thing because that's weird and whatever. But then it gets into Tombstone and Silver Sable, and then Tombstone they take a page out of Silvermane's book because Silvermane in the comics becomes a disembodied head and then is attached on a robot body. So they're like, let's turn Tombstone into Silvermane or
Or
whatever. And I'm like,
not Tombstone, Hammerhead.
Hammerhead,
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah. And I'm like, no.
yeah.
And then it's just a bunch of bullshit, and then they introduce this stupid
Jetpack shield guys.
jetpack shield guys, the
Oh,
Gatling gun people, and then if you try to do because to get all the suits you have to do everything 100%, like all the side activities
yeah.
with the gang hideouts. Yep. And then there's one where it's like four big dudes, two of them have fucking goddamn Gatling guns, and then two of them are just running around trying to punch you in the goddamn dick, and you're like, bro, how about no?
Yeah.
Please stop.
Hate it. Hate it. I like the
Straight up trash.
I like the dad, Black Cat's dad side quest. Like
Yeah, that one was good.
that was such a cool twist, and I don't think I was expecting it. I was like, holy shit, that's awesome. But yeah, for me, I think we after Black Cat leaves, that's about where it goes downhill for me. And then the twist with Yuri, I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Where's that gonna go? And then again in 2, it's like, oh, well, okay.
Cool.
You know? So we got an edgy friend, you know.
Yeah, we got Daredevil,
Pretty much.
but with a murdering spree thing. Like, I don't know. It's I don't hate it. It's just kind of like meh.
Yeah.
There's a lot of not a lot, but there's some choices in here where I'm like, wow, that was really lame.
Yeah. What'd you think of the flame twist when we find out it's what's his
Cletus
name?
Cassidy?
Cletus Cassidy.
Which is cool, and everyone's like, oh, Carnage is going to be in the third one because they're going to do Green Goblin in the third one. And I was like, or they're going to keep all the symbiotes into one game.
Yeah.
So he'll probably be DLC.
That's what I'm thinking too. Probably be the main villain of the
Like,
DLC.
Right. Like, I don't know. But then again, they could, because technically, so the end credits for 2, Otto's like, oh, it's been 6 months and I don't have much longer to live, this, that, and the other thing. So I'm thinking they're going to pull a Superior Spider-Man somehow, some way. And then if they do that, because they pull a lot from, like, Dan Slott's run, like, half the suits in the first one are all Dan Slott creations because Spider-Man doesn't vary his costume very much. But anyway, not the point. They're going to do Superior Spider-Man and maybe Red Goblin, even though I'm like, dude, just Green Goblin doesn't need fucking whatchamacallit. It doesn't need a Carnage symbiote.
Yeah, just be a Goblin.
So yeah, like, and if you look up Red Goblin, it's so stupid.
I don't think I've ever heard that. I gotta look that up now. Red Goblin. Did they ever use him for anything else other than that? Or
He was in the Dan Slott run. That's it.
okay, let's see.
Because he gets. Oh, and then Donny Cates uses him in the Venom run for absolute carnage.
Oh.
But Carnage or Null, God of the Symbiotes, is like, oh yeah, here we'll give back classic Carnage. So he makes a Carnage symbiote that attaches to Norman Osborn, and people get annoyed when they refer to him as Norman Osborn because it thinks it's Cletus Cassidy, and it's just a whole bunch of dumb.
So he looks like they took the Sam Raimi Green Goblin, painted him red, gave him
And then put black all and tendrils. Yeah,
he
trash.
looks like Krampus.
I hate it. It's so garbage.
It's like at first looking at it, I'm like, oh, that's neat. Like there's this one comic cover that's pretty badass looking, but then of course that's not how it looks. Oh, it's just of course, like
he's got the weird eyebrows. Like
yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I get it's where he looks like Krampus is those white eyebrows.
I don't get it. Like
he looks like a Pokemon.
Yeah, that too. Oh, I'm just like, yeah, no. And then he kills Flash Thompson because we don't want to do Flash Thompson Venom anymore. So we're gonna give the symbiote back to Eddie because Eddie's cool and da 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 da. Anyway, but that's a comics side tangent that I don't care to do.
That we'll never do, probably.
No.
But we got to touch on it, right?
Right. So, I don't know. I think Green Goblin by himself should be plenty for Peter and Miles.
He should.
Especially if
I want Norman. I want the Green Goblin in this third game to be the absolute fucking worst. Like, no redeemable qualities. Like, I want him to go so far off the edge.
Right.
Like, and I know they can do it. Like, I know they can. Like,
right. So, like, Norman in these games isn't as much of an asshole. Like, he's still an asshole.
Yeah.
But, like, in the comics, fucking, there's kind of like in the Raimi movie, he's just like, yeah, no, Harry, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Like his whole life, he's just like, Harry, you're a piece of shit.
you suck.
Fucking useless.
You should be Peter.
Right.
Peter should be my son. But yeah, like so,
Well,
like when you think about the villains, like Doc Ock has redeemable quality because like you feel bad for him because he's been through so much shit and he wants revenge. Then,
and also losing his body's failing him.
His body's failing him.
He's pushing it to go.
The Tinker wants change. She's Miles' friend. This, that, and the other. Fucking Venom is Harry, and Harry is dying, and he needs the Venom suit. And you know, it's not. You feel bad for Harry. Of course, we know Venom's a separate entity in itself, but
it corrupts him into thinking this, that, or the other thing.
But like, I don't know. I think you could really do a thing where like, no, there's like no redeemable quality about Norman Osborn, especially like when you think about it, like, look, the Devil's Breath shit, all the like, there's a lot of reasons, and then like him blaming Spider-Man for Harry for Harry losing the suit or whatever, or dying again because he beat him and took the suit or whatever. Like, I don't know. I think you could do it. Like, I want him to do it so bad. I want like a Handsome Jack kind of deal where like there's like no redeemable qualities other than he makes me smile. But yeah, no.
No, like Green Goblin. So my favorite Green Goblin is Spectacular Spider-Man. Like,
oh yeah,
he's just a prick, but it's Joker.
It's
like,
it's entertaining.
It's Joker basically. So Joker has no redeemable qualities at all. At least shouldn't anyway. But yeah. So I don't know. I hope they do Green Goblin like a straight up psychopath.
Yes.
Aunt May's dead, but like he could like fucking burn down the house with MJ in it or some shit, or go after Miles's deaf girlfriend and throw her off a bridge. There we go.
Oh.
Like, that type of stuff. Like Norman figures out Peter's Spider-Man or Miles is Spider-Man and then is like, haha, the sadistic choice, like the first movie or whatever.
Oh my god, I need it. Like, all of that. I want to be hurt.
Right.
Me as the player wants to be emotionally destroyed by that.
Yes.
Holy shit.
And then Peter gets so mad, or even if you wanted to, like, they probably won't, but they could kill Miles. Like, Miles sacrifices himself, and then so one of my criticisms, I guess, of this game, besides the parry system, is garbage. I don't like that they killed off almost the entire Rogues Gallery from the first game off screen.
Yeah. How sad were you when you were Mary Jane? You're going through Craven's shit, and you see he killed Shocker. Mm-hmm. I'm like, why? I'm like,
what was the point?
I'm like, man, because of course in the first game, and he was established as he had to don the Shocker gimmick again because he was being forced to. But like, so to find out that Craven killed him, I'm like, oh. But what'd you think of Craven in general in this game?
I like him for the most part.
Yeah.
The only part that I didn't like. So, not that I don't like it, but Venom biting his head off was fine. But I'm like, or he could shove a gun in his mouth like he does in the comics and kill himself. But anyway.
They can't do that. No way.
They can.
Oh.
They did it in a comic book, man.
Alright, but that's a comic book. This is a video game, you know? Like,
and they don't have to show anything. They just show the shadow.
No, true.
And then cut.
I think
cut the black. But that's just me.
I think to show that Venom's a powerful force, that probably killing him was probably the way to go. Well, I don't know. I'm sure there's other ideas to go, but I'm sure that's probably what their thinking was. But I didn't. So the only trailer I've seen was the Venom reveal when Miles and Peter are looking down the alley and there's Venom. That's the only thing I saw. I didn't know anything, so I was very surprised to see Craven pretty much be the main villain for 90% of the game before Venom starts wreaking havoc.
Which
in the last like few hours of the game.
I think it was. I also think it was a missed opportunity to have normal, like non-black suit Spider-Man not fight Craven.
Yeah.
Like missed opportunity. Neither Spider-Man fight Craven in their normal shit. So, I don't know.
Wasn't there an idea that they were gonna have Miles get the Venom suit?
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
they ended up not doing it.
Yeah.
Here's...
But he has Venom suits or whatever.
Oh, okay, that he can wear.
Yeah.
I'm curious what that would have looked like or how that would have went down.
Symbiote jumps. Because Miles in this game is a goody goody two shoes. Like that guy doesn't have any problems for most of the game.
Right, other than his dad's dead, you know. Wait, hold on. He doesn't have any problems. He's like the whole game he's contemplating killing Martin Lee. What do you mean he doesn't have problems?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
That's not necessarily a problem. That's a dilemma.
All right, Mr. Thesaurus. What'd you think of Martin Lee being back?
I was like, really?
Long hair, long beard.
Right, beard, and then he turns into a good guy and then gives up his powers for
The Venom
Anti-Venom?
suits. Anti-Venom suits. Yeah. Yeah, that was alright. I think, I don't know. I feel... I don't know, there's a million ways you could have done that, I guess. But, like, yeah, Craven pretty much collecting all of Spider-Man's rogue gallery and killing them off. Some off, I think most of them off screen. Actually, I think all, yeah, except Scorpion, yeah.
Rhino's dead, fucking...
Wait, Rhino's dead? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I knew about Vulture, Shocker, Scorpion, of course. He catches Martin Lee. I didn't know he killed Rhino. Jesus.
Besides Dr. Octopus.
Besides Dr. Octopus, yeah. Then God, there's a question that popped in my head, but I can't remember it. Why? They gave that guy everything. They really they were making him out to be a threat. Like there's no like sneaking around it. I liked it. I liked him a lot in the game. Definitely did. You know, of course, there's the obligatory side quests of like his 1,000,002 little hunter bases you got to take out and such. Then you find out he has a whole family of hunters, and kind of find out he ends up murking all of his family somehow in some way. So I figured like, oh, that's gonna go into the DLC, right? Then when I finish the side quest, like, oh no, they're all dead. They all killed each other.
No, the only one left is the chameleon, which is cool.
Yes, that's right. The chameleon reveal. I totally forgot all about that. I like that a lot. I figured it out. As soon as I saw the Spider-Man mask, and then I think I saw something else, I'm like, oh, it's the chameleon. And then sure enough, yeah, that's rad as fuck. I love it.
Yep. It'll probably be in 3 too.
That's a pretty safe assumption, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Venom having an armored suit, like when he first has the symbiote, is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So it's like Flash Thompson Venom, where he's like venomed out or has the black suit, and then it changes into like a spider, and then it's the black suit that everyone sees for a while. I don't know. There's some things I'm just like, yeah, this was cool. I don't know. I wanted to play more as Venom.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, you only get that one opportunity to play as him. That was kind of a letdown.
And it's very short. It's like, oh,
it's fun
because it was like, right. At least the after game, you could have been like, oh, you can switch between the 3 protagonists, like it's GTA.
Alas, wasn't the case. Oh, what did you think of comparing the Mary Jane stuff from the 1 to 2? Do you think it was an improvement?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Definitely a lot more palpable compared to the first game. Because at least now you get caught, you get a chance to escape, and you actually have weapons, so you can actually do shit. You can still do stealth. You still have the fun of stealth, but like you're not totally useless or insta game over when you get caught. What did
unless
you?
you're playing on hard,
Oh yeah.
and then that's a one shot, one kill.
Oh, what'd you think of the boss fight when she became what's her name? When she got the Venom
Scream?
suit. Scream.
No, that yeah, I it's all right. Like some of that dialogue was like, oof,
Yeah, there's
like
some tension
there's some
there.
dirty laundry. Yeah.
I like that. I think that was pretty much. I think that's what I liked about the boss fight was just that back and forth banter between her and Peter.
Excuse me. Um, what other? Oh, the lizard boss fight was cool.
Oh, I love that fight. So good.
The whole lead up to lizard was cool. The leader boss fight on, or the lizard boss fight
Yeah.
on fucking whatchamacallit.
Which I love. So we find out how he loses his arm, and it's the symbiote gets on his arm, and the dude opts to shoot his arm as opposed to shooting the fucking symbiote. Like there was like a chunk of it like I think it was like slowly crawling on him that like I think the guy could have shot that instead of his arm, but you know he shot his arm, shot his arm off.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool. That was a cool little thing.
Yeah, it was different. I love too. So like this, when you're doing the lizard fight, Peter's got the Venom suit, and Peter just starts going in on him verbally. It's like whoa.
Yeah.
I remember too. I out loud on stream. I went, "Whoa, bro, relax." Like, because like of course in this universe, the lizard's family left after the first incident. So Kirk Connors is alone, and now he's the lizard again, and Peter just like brings that up and throws it at him. Mind you, I don't think Connors had any idea what he was saying at the time, but still, like, that's fucked up.
No.
Like, holy shit, man.
Oh, good times.
Went for the throat there, but
yeah. No wonder your family left you, you piece of shit, is basically the entire fight.
Yeah. It was like,
you're weak. You're a weak piece of shit, Connors. That's why your family left you. Like, calm down, bro.
I was like, relax, man. Jesus. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, there's a point where Peter turns a corner, and I'm like, why are you so mad at everybody? Like, calm down.
He's fed up, man.
Right?
Sick of it.
Sick of this shit!
I'm sick of it.
So, the Venom boss fight.
Yeah.
Yay, nay?
I liked it. It was just the handicap of not being able to web him threw me off a few times. It also took me a couple tries because I kept dying.
Dude, it took me so many tries.
Yeah.
Because, it goes on for so long.
Yeah.
Because once you get done fighting with Peter, you have to fight him with Miles, and I'm like, bro, my fingers are tired.
Venom's dialogue was awesome, and I love too. I had the headphones on, of course, while playing. So like when you had the echo effect of Venom's voice, I loved it. I did love his dialogue. Again, it's like I feel like we didn't get as much Venom as we probably should have. I feel like we could have gotten way more than we did. And that's what it seemed like it was built around the whole game, and then the Kraven stuff pretty much did the bulk of it.
Right. Like, there was a trailer and even promotional images where Spider-Man are fighting Venom in the street. I'm like, where was that?
Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm curious, like, where do they go with Venom from here, though? Because, like, the symbiote's gone, right? I know Peter's got a little bit of it, but like they were able to pretty much tame it. There's the one
allegedly.
That could change at any moment, right? They got the Carnage one. Well, I guess that could be your out with the Peter having the symbiote in him. Maybe he leaves a little DNA somewhere and it starts crawling.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe we could get that Miles Venom thing in a later title.
I don't know. Well, I just don't like they didn't kill off Doc Ock, but they killed off all the rest of the Sinister Six for Insomniac.
Yeah.
And then
Mysterio is no longer a villain. Tombstone's
Nope.
no longer a villain.
Nope.
So villain-wise, they have to really. I don't know about.
Goblin
That's about it. Goblin, but like you gotta have like other villains in there.
and Octopus, and then
Goblin,
I'm sure you can. I don't know, somebody else. There's
Doc.
other Spider-Man villains that I'm not.
That's what I was trying to say. Is like you just had like most of the best ones killed off. Like what? Or if
Oh, Electro's dead too. Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Okay. Like a lot of the best villains are killed off or reformed. Like
The famous ones, anyway.
yeah. So like at that point, you're gonna have like all the weird ones. You're gonna have the giant cat from the '60s cartoon.
Or so have Black Cat come back.
Yeah.
Kingpin's still in jail technically.
Oh yeah, that's right. So he'll probably come back.
Venom's dead. Rhino's dead.
Maybe you could do a tie-in with the Wolverine with this Wolverine game.
Maybe. Craven's dead. Shocker's dead. We could do Hobgoblin, so we could do 2 goblins.
That'd be cool.
Sandman's still alive, but not a villain, right? I think.
Yeah, he's pretty much reformed. Yeah.
Electro's dead. Chameleon. Mysterio's no longer a villain. Vulture's dead. Lizard could come back. They could go Morbin time.
Yeah, Morbius. You know they keep. I love I love in the first game when you had to find the backpacks filled with shit. They'd have like little like winks and nods to other characters like Daredevil. Like the Daredevil one is my favorite one because like he's like this lawyer came up to me and said if Spider-Man ever needs a lawyer, if something effective like. But I wasn't even dressed up as Spider-Man when he gave that to me. Yeah. Then
Yeah.
there was the Doctor Strange one in the first game where when you take the picture of the sanctum, he's like,
Yeah.
there's something strange about that place. And then in the second game when when Black Cat steals one thing to go back to Paris or whatever,
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you get that note from Wong. I'm like,
Yeah.
give me Doctor Strange. Give me like I want Doctor Strange now. Like I want could this lead into a whole universe of Marvel video game, a whole Marvel video game universe
Well,
with Doctor Strange and Wolverine and all that, Daredevil.
According to the leaks, they've got Spider-Man, and then Insomniac has an X-Men exclusive deal until 2035.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
All right, so we're getting X-Men. Maybe we'll get a new Deadpool game.
Maybe. I'm excited. Like
Oh yeah.
there's stuff that I like in this universe more than I do like normal universe or even the Ultimate Universe. And I mean, it kind of takes everything, kind of like Spectacular, and just kind of,
Makes it its
it's
own.
an adaptation.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, right, just changes things and makes things less complicated and all that jazz. Like they don't explain where the symbiote came from. It just came from a fucking meteor.
Yeah. How do you feel about Harry being Venom as opposed to Flash Thompson or Eddie Brock?
It's not. I don't hate it. Like it's from that terrible Ultimate Spider-Man show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's bad.
I didn't
And
know
then
that.
they do the same thing in Marvel's Spider-Man. Not the video game, the TV show.
Oh, the 2017 one
Yeah.
with what's her?
And then
I think that was
Miles and Gwen and all the Spider people. Everyone Spider-Man knows becomes a Spider person. So
what are the chances Spider Gwen Stacy shows up in 3, like a Spider Gwen appearance?
maybe they might. I don't know.
I'd love a Spider Gwen spin-off game. That sounds like
Because
fun.
I don't know if you collected all the Spider bots.
I did, and I got the little the ending with the lady at the bar.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I assume that's got to come back eventually too. See where that goes.
Probably.
Like,
If they line up releases, it's like, oh well, Spider-Verse 2 or 3 is coming out, so we'll plan it for that, and then I don't know, and then Silk's supposed to be in the next game, so we'll have 3 protagonists, maybe, I don't know, or Peter's going to be like an end game character to fight or play as. I don't know. There's a lot of different things that they could do. So,
A lot of
and
possibilities.
yeah, um, I know Brian Intihar has like has a whole timeline planned out for this. So they were like, "Oh, Spider-Man 1 was our Iron Man, so Spider-Man 3's got to be our end game." And I'm like, that's not even a fair comparison.
It's like Endgame was
That's
like that was like 20, 30 movies in between that. Like
there's lots of story potential that you're running through, bro.
it's like
But
so Jesus.
I guess if they're keeping the trilogy thing, so
Yeah.
Spider-Man will be a trilogy, Wolverine will be a trilogy, and then that Blade game got announced for from Arcane, who did Dishonored.
Oh, that's pretty rad.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be good. It might not. I don't fucking know. There's lots of games that I'm like, it could be good. We'll see.
We'll see.
I don't
Give it a whirl.
know.
Sucks, it sucks. If it don't, it don't. You know, just kind of give
Right.
see where it goes.
It's got good things in it. Yup.
Everything has good things in it.
Resident Alien. Is that the show you've been telling me to watch?
Yes, it's good. I was halfway through season 2 though, and I fell off. I gotta get back on it. There was a moment.
I didn't know it was live action. I thought it was that Rick and Morty.
Oh, Solar Opposites or whatever.
Yeah,
No.
that's what I thought it was.
No, Resident
But
Alien
it's
is yeah, that's
Alec Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk, who is you'll love that show. Season 1 is so good. Legit, definitely watch it.
Right.
But other than that, yeah, that's. Any other subjects or anything talking points we could bring up about the games?
Puddles.
Huh?
Do you know about the Puddles controversy?
No.
So, they had an E3 trailer, right?
Okay.
And then there were puddles with the big whatchamacallit, Kingpin construction fight scene thing.
Sure.
Where you take out all those guys and then you meet Mr. Negative, but in the base game they changed it to where it's just some random thug. But
Okay.
anyway, in the E3 trailer, the guy in the helicopter is Mr. Negative, and then when you bust those guys for beating up one of Kingpin's men, there's puddles on the floor. Well, everyone had a giant ass hissy fit when the game launched because the puddles weren't as realistic as they were in the fucking E3 trailer.
Yeah. Where all
And then it became a puddle. It became Puddlegate and something
Puddlegate.
about it's not fucking yeah. It's just
every E3 trailer looks better than
It's
the
just
actual gameplay. What the fuck?
stupid. Like I would be more mad if I bought Watch Dogs compared to the E3 trailer because that looks absolutely nothing like it. But
Yeah.
you're crying over fucking puddles, bro.
Puddles. I didn't even know about that. That's hilarious. That's hilariously
So
bad.
fucking dumb.
Then there was, I guess, controversies. When they ported it to the PS5, they they did the
Yep.
upgrade. They changed
The face,
Peter Parker's appearance
which
to look
it
more.
looks better in 2.
Does yeah.
I don't mind it, but I like the original face.
Yeah, he looks.
It's just me.
If anybody wants to look up Adam Stallion, the wrestler, that's what he looks like. he looks like my buddy. He looks like my buddy Adam. Like it's eerie.
Kind of like, I don't know. One of those things where it's like, did you really need to change it? I like
Yeah,
I
why?
like that Peter Parker.
Why do they opt to?
To better match Yuri Lowenthal's performance.
Oh,
facial
the
capture stuff.
Yeah, okay, face capture.
But I was like,
So
I feel like that's a cop out, and I feel like Marvel was like, hey, so we really like to crossbreed our brands. So can Spider-Man look like Tom Holland without being Tom Holland? Is that a thing we can do?
God.
That's what I feel like happened, but
Could
I
be.
could be wrong. but
it wouldn't shock me, you know.
yeah, it's not great. Like because so in the comics, Spider-Man has always had web shooters,
Sure.
every iteration, except for the Sam Raimi movies. So when Spider-Man 3 came out, they're like, oh, we got to give him organic web shooters. So they gave him organic web shooters. Stupid. And then they're like, oh, maybe his powers are magical and not scientific anymore. And maybe he has a spider totem and all this other dumb bullshit. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh, is
Stop.
is that the Doctor Strange Spider-Man?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
No. It's a spider totem thing that went nowhere. And then it turns out Brand New Day or One More Day undid all that shit. And then Harry came back and MJ and him got divorced and Peter's single and all this other dumb shit. And then they were going to bring back Gwen Stacy. But there are 3 people that should remain dead in comics. Uncle Ben, Gwen Stacy, and Jason Todd. Well, guess what? 2 of them are already back.
2 of them are back and they're thriving.
Oh,
and Zack
Bucky.
hates
There's
it.
4. Well, I don't... Like, Batman-wise, it makes sense for Jason Todd not to be alive. Because then Batman learns a lesson.
Yeah.
Because Dick left. Now it's turning into Batman time with Zack. Anyway,
Makes sense, yeah. We're talking about
Dick
Arkham
Grayson
earlier.
left. Right, so Dick Grayson left and became Nightwing and Teen Titans and all that stuff. So Bruce is all alone and sad and whatnot that his son left the house, the nest. So then he adopts some other kid, some street punk that's not well trained, and then he's like, I miss my mom. And then Joker becomes the fucking Iranian ambassador.
Yeah. That one still throws me for a loop. Like, I imagine someone like me who saw Under the Red Hood first and then read the comic was just as jarred as I was when I saw the Joker in a Ayatollah garb. And then fucking Superman just randomly appears. Like,
right, and then Batman punches Superman in the face
and then
and breaks his hand.
And in the most hilariously bad, like, just in the courtroom scene, the disguise, all of a sudden, oh shit, it's Superman in a mustache. Like,
I forget.
I think,
does he suck up the laughing gas? Is that what he does?
I think
like,
he does.
He breathes in and then sucks up all the laughing gas in the courtroom.
It went from something so gritty to just fucking goofy so fast.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I love it, but like, I think Under the Red Hood, I think, did a better job.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I'm glad about, like, that they brought him back, is that movie, is that Under the Red Hood movie.
Well, in Under the Red Hood, they don't get to the aftermath of that.
God.
So there is no part where Joker might be dead, because Joker dies at the end of that story.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're fighting in the helicopter, and then his goon tries to shoot Batman. Batman moves out of the way, and the dude shoots Joker, like, near his heart, and then fucking Batman's like, yep, well, this fucking helicopter's going down. Bye. And jumps out into the water. So Joker died for like a year, and then he came back when Tim Drake became Robin, but that's a different story for a different time.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I love that so much.
Fuck.
I don't understand.
Why? Why are you like this?
And
then the other thing too, so it doesn't necessarily irk me, but it is part of the thing. So whenever anyone brings up the death of Jason Todd, they always go, oh yeah, Joker beat him with a crowbar. Yes, beat him to death with a crowbar. No, not at all. He beat him savagely with a crowbar, and then blew him up.
Right.
He didn't just, yep, I'm going to go to town with a crowbar on a kid. No. I mean, he did do that, but also at the same time, it's like, yeah, nope, I'm not going to actually physically dirty my hands. I'll just blow him up.
Don't you love it? Joker's so
And then
fucked. Again, going back to the hope that like they can make the Goblin in the third Spider-Man game that devious.
right.
Like,
So there's a Spider-Man life story where those terrible costumes are from, the spacesuits or whatever.
yeah.
So there's a point in that book. So it covers Spider-Man's life from being like 1962 or whatever till 2019, I think.
Okay.
So it's an alternate future or alternate timeline. So things happen, but not exactly. Um, so like Craven becomes Venom. So like
Oh.
yeah, so it's I thought they were gonna do that in Spider-Man 2. Craven becomes Venom because when he's about to kill himself in Craven's Last Hunt, the symbiote takes over.
Oh.
Yeah. So they could have done that. Like they could have done the Last Hunt thing and whatnot
Yeah, that sounds
because
cool.
Craven's old and dying. Um, but anyway, there's a point where the Clone Saga has happened and weird thing, and then they all blame it on Norman Osborn. So Peter goes, I think it's the clone, I don't remember, but the clone goes to Norman Osborn. The clone is actually Peter Parker because Norman faked the whole thing and made them switch the results. But anyway, so Norman's like, "Oh, you're a clever boy," yada yada yada, and then they have this kind of a fight, but not really. So he tries the glider trick, except Peter just kind of grabs it and smashes it because Peter's like, "I don't give a fuck anymore."
Yeah.
But Norman starts having a heart attack. They don't remember why, but starts having a heart attack, and Peter catches them in his arms, and his life's leaving his body. He's just like grasping for air, and he just goes, "I hate you," and then dies. Like, that would be such a perfect fucking thing. Oh my god.
His last words to Spider-Man.
I hate you. Like, it's so good. And then there's like a part in the earlier, so in the 60s he busts Green Goblin and Norman's in jail for that entire period until the 90s, I think.
Yeah.
So before that, they're all hanging out, college people, so Mary Jane, Flash Thompson, Harry Osborn, fucking Gwen Stacy, all that stuff is happening. But Norman comes to the bar with them, and Harry's like, "What are you, Dad? Like, what are you doing? Like, this isn't your scene." And Norman sits by Peter, and he's got like pumpkin bombs planted throughout the whole bar, so he's gonna blow up the bar. He's like, "Look, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this now. If you don't, I'm gonna blow up the bar and kill all your friends, you stupid little punk." So then they go out and fight in Spider-Man fashion, and then he gets amnesia, this, that, and the other. But anyway, enough about Spider-Man life story. Good time.
Sounds fun. Definitely gotta check that out.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. But anything else other than that?
No, like there's lots of things that I'm like, oh, they should do that or this or that. Or maybe the Venom symbiote comes back, because at first, sorry, this is an entirely tangent that I forgot to bring up, but they had it as like a science thing, right? And I thought it was like the ultimate thing. So maybe they could take the ultimate origin type thing, even though they did the cancer thing with the symbiote from space.
Yeah.
They could do the cancer suit from Ultimate version, which is Venom, and then that's how you get Venom back, and then have it be Eddie Brock or some shit. I don't know.
I'm sure.
Or like alternate reality, some dumb shit where it goes on Eddie Brock. Multiverse things, I guess.
Multiverse.
Even though I don't like that, because I heard a rumor that the X-Men for the MCU are going to be from an alternate universe, and I'm like, don't be lazy.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's we're in that like multiverse trend.
Like, I don't mind the multiverse because we get cool things like Batman by Gotham, or Gotham by Gaslight, you know, Ultimate Spider-Man, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Batman Earth 1, but like when it comes to introducing characters that are not yet established in the universe, like, don't do that.
Right.
Lazy.
Just making everything
Lazy
canon.
and lame. Right. Like, I don't like it. It's a Grant Morrison thing, but at least Grant had the cojones to sit there and go, yeah, but it's when Batman's on a crazy drug trip when he's in fucking suffocating from air after the Black Hand bury him alive. But anyway, so we're gonna call that an episode of Mark Media because I could go on about dumb shit that shouldn't have happened in comics, but absolutely did.
There's an episode we could probably do right there. Just Zach rants about comic books. I don't even have to read anything. Just have Zach go off for a minute. Just
I,
hit
I was
record.
talking to Liz, and because we were talking about Justice League or Suicide Kills the Justice League and the leaks and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, and WB doesn't know how to fucking or disrespects these characters on multiple levels so many times and yada yada yada. I'm like, but that's a story for a different day. She's like, so this is your villain origin story. I was like, yep, apparently. And then
fucking controversies. I did see that one, the Poison Ivy one. We're like, oh boy.
yeah. Well, and then there's the other one. So I saw images and then I read spoilers
Okay.
in the game, and I'm like, I wasn't gonna buy it. Now I'm definitely not gonna buy it. Just some of the shit that happens in it, I'm like, no, why? Like, I don't get it. There's that same problem I have with the DC animated movie universe ending movie.
Okay.
Like, do you remember that one where Darkseid takes over the world and Batman's in the whatchamacallit chair? Mobius chair, and then Cyborg's stuck in the wall because Cyborg's apocalyptic technology, and then Superman has a kryptonite S burned into his chest or some dumb shit, and then it's like Constantine trying to rally him up, and then everyone dies basically for the most part, or gets turned into.
I did not see that one.
Yeah, that gets turned into horrible mutated robot monster things, and it's just cynical and gross. Like, the older I get, I'm just like, can we just have superheroes be happy or positive or something? I'm like,
can we just have save the day?
Right. The dark stuff's fun, but at the end of the day, it should be, you know, Superman saves the world or Batman saves Gotham or what, like, positive outcome to most things, unless it's like, oh, this is the Empire Strikes Back. Then okay, fine. But 9 times out of 10, sometimes I feel like this shit's just done out of malice, I guess. Because much like fucking wrestling, comic book creators hate their fans.
Oh. Don't you love it?
So I'm just like, you know, I mean, I'm a comic book mark and I'm a wrestling mark to a certain extent. So
you're gonna keep going with the pain no matter what.
Dude, I don't know. Maybe I'll tell you this off mic, but fucking me and wrestling are so broken up, and I'm so mad at wrestling. I'm just like, nope.
Oh,
I'm not going back.
Shame.
Like, but I can talk to you about it after this. We're gonna call it a show because I'm just rambling and being stupid at this point, and it's 5 o'clock. Took 2 hours.
Yeah, that's the longest podcast we've had in a while.
Right? Besides the lost episode, which was like 4.
Which lost episode?
The drunk in your house with Matt.
Oh,
being
God.
drunk.
Yeah.
You being drunk and puking, and I'm gonna go home. Greg, we can take you home. No, I'm gonna walk. Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm not gonna embarrass you anymore.
I don't remember that. Oh God, that's terrible. This is why I'm cutting back. Jesus Christ. Lovely. But yeah, so let's get into our plugs then and call it a night.
All right. So, plugs. Shellshock Network. I am a host on multiple fucking podcasts when we do them occasionally.
Oh yeah.
I haven't shown up on a Greg stream in a while, but I do occasionally pop in, or we play some Left 4 Dead, or there's probably some other shit we could play that I'm not thinking of. We should do that WWE 2K23 uh, general manager mode.
I'm gonna wait till 24 because
Okay.
I at this point there's no point getting 23 because 24 is gonna come out in March.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like
I thought you already had it for some
no, I
reason.
never got around to getting it, and it was to the point where I'm like, I might as well just wait for the next game.
I
Yeah,
got it on sale. I got the super special edition on sale on PlayStation Network. I was like for $80 and I get the primo one. Hell yeah.
yeah, not bad. Yeah,
So,
well, yeah, I'll get 24. Then eventually, when you get it, we can glad to do it. We could do it, yeah, for sure.
but anyway, so that's my plugs. Instagram, Noir1930. Twitter is Mark1, host of the Plastic People podcast, which is going to make a comeback in 2024. Hopefully, Greg and I can find a schedule where it's not, you know, 7 months down the line from the last one.
Right. Jeez.
Cheese and rice.
Cheese. Yes, you can. One thing that is consistent is Twitch streams. You can follow us on Twitch, Shellshock Network. That's usually consistent, thankfully. The YouTube channel is consistent as well because I've been uploading a lot of the compilations from Twitch on there. You can follow me on Twitter at MoondogMurray, Instagram and Facebook is MoondogGregMurray. And definitely appreciate you guys for supporting and listening as well. And thank you for listening to our rants. You can check out my BrainbusterTees.com store for my t-shirts as well. But that's about it for my plugs.
All right. We will talk to you guys soon, probably in the new year at some point.
Yes.
For show.
Alrighty.
Bye.